Okay, and Will,
Yeah.
what's the hardest part about being out here for you?
The hardest part is the best part. It's the unpredictability. You don't know what's going to happen. It's like life is coming at you 24/7. Just when you think you're in something and gotten this far through whatever situation or whatever thing you're going in, and you think you can make it one step in progress, at that very moment when you least expect it, the other foot drops. Something happens. But it always gets, I mean, it's always, they say it's always gonna be greater later, you know what I mean? But golly,
What's up, man? It's your boy Rigo the Trainer, and today I'm here with
well,
Will. What's up, man? How you feeling today?
oh, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
State
Um,
your name and where you from.
my name is Martin Wilson, and they call me Will Winnell for short. The first state that I was at was Delaware. Now, anybody who know about Wilmington is like Philly to the third power.
How long you been in Philly?
Collectively, because I've been on and off, I probably got about maybe a year and a half, 2 years in Philly, you know.
All right, and you currently, going through a tough time in Philly,
Yeah,
basically living on the streets. How long that's been going on?
a few months. I've been I've been able to get a place here and there, and or make some type of arrangement for myself. But sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. You know,
Got you.
so
Got you. What is the reasoning behind you first going through this tough time initially?
well, my grandmother passed,
Okay.
and it brought me back here from Ohio, because that's where I had started planting my own roots down there. And I came up to bury my grandmother, and Philly was like the place that we would come to just do whatever, and you could just let your hair down and not live the stress of the day-to-day stress of Delaware.
Did you live in Ohio?
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. I lived there for some years. Like that's basically I've been there longer than anywhere else.
So from Delaware to Ohio to Philly.
Yeah, well, there was a few other states in there in
Gotcha.
between, but I mean, but that's basically it. Yep. I had never tried Pennsylvania, so it was like a challenge to me. So I had to get out there and try it. I had to give it a go.
Okay, and do you have any family in Philly?
No, no, I bumped into like one or two of my cousins that just happened to be doing the same thing I'm doing, just hanging out, and then you know passing through. No family in Philly, but close all the way around here. I got family, and I even have family in Rhode Island.
All right, Will.
Yes,
So
sir.
have you sought any assistance or used any of the resources here in Philly?
Yeah, yes, and it's. I will say this: there are a lot of resources. Some people say that there's not enough. It all depends on what you're looking for and what you're willing to accept.
How have your experience been?
I have had pretty good experience with the people that have the resources, not the ones running the program, but maybe the ones who own the property, or it's like for housing. Say we're talking about housing, it wouldn't like you would have no problem talking to the people, getting everything set up. Everything's great, looks great. They're excited because they're getting ready to get a check for a couple of months, everything paid for, and then you get there, and then the representative leaves, and you meet the person, and that's not always great. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. It's
Okay, how about the shelter system? Have you tried being in shelter?
I took a stab at that one time and knew that that was probably one of the largest mistakes that I've ever made in my life. They I have not seen. There's so I could talk for 20 minutes right on that, on just what's wrong. And mind you, I'm a Marine, and we believe in changing things from within. So if I see something wrong, if it rubbed me the wrong way, I'm gonna get involved with that program, with that project, with that whatever, so that I can help from the inside out. Because that's how you make change.
Okay, so just give me a little bit about your experience being in the shelter, and what was it that made you not want to be there?
Well, first, first thing, besides the fact that humans are humans, you're not gonna want to do your job or whatever every day. It happens. But I have not had the luck of going in a place, and if not someone say something to me, we hear someone talk to in such a way that no other verbiage comes to mind than that person talking to them like they're a piece of shit. And watch people get played with, as far as the person's hungry. They tell them, oh, they sign them up for things, say, all right, this comes with a complete dinner and all this type of stuff. And when the person gets there, it's a turkey sandwich. Like it's a two pieces of turkey, sliced turkey, two pieces of bread, no mayo, wasn't in the budget, that type shit. And
Mm.
then be like, what the hell? And
So you're
then
supposed to be getting
and then
paid
tell them
a
go get
decent
some
amount of
water.
money
Oh,
to
well,
feed people,
when
right?
you know that these people are getting a, a large amount of money,
Right.
and they're getting paid to be there, and they still talking to you like you ain't shit, like they shouldn't have to do it, like everything that happened is your fault. You know,
Okay, I get it. All
eh.
right, and what's your experience been like on the streets?
I'm now. It's like how they say, if if you were born and raised around the lions, tigers, and bears, then you're not gonna feel out of place in the zoo. But when you're in the woods, it's just how it is. Now, to some people, they can't handle that because they haven't been raised that way, or they have been raised that way and they can't do whatever the reason is. Um, I mean, it's just life, and I don't know. I've been through enough that and gotten paid for it, that to do it for free is a good time. Almost. I mean, and that's not in jest. That's real. That's real. That's real shit.
Okay, so Will,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any children or
Yes.
anybody that you're responsible for?
Oh yes. 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 I have 5 daughters,
Mm,
but I was married 19 years,
okay,
and I I think, as they say in cooking, when you're doing a good job, they say you put your foot in that pot. I put my foot in when it came to my girls, man. Like that's they my world. And
okay. What's the relationship like, or how do you maintain the relationship with you being in this situation?
well, when I'm around if I'm not around the area where they're at, I make sure that I talk to them. It doesn't go a full day doesn't go by and I haven't talked to each of them. Um,
That's dope.
I always we talk about running the mill bullshit, or like some real life. This is what's going on. You know what I mean? I walk them through it. I'm there for
That's
them.
good, man.
Yeah, that mean more to them than any dollar amount. And believe me, I've thrown some dollars at them, and they just they that to any child is what it really is. If you can spend time with them, make some memories, whoo, that'll do it every time.
Okay. Well, speaking of kids,
Hmm.
what was your childhood like?
Out of my I got one sister and three brothers, and the four of us. Out of the four of them, I would have had the least financially. I mean, for my in stability wise from my parents because they weren't they hadn't become extremely rich yet. Now, when I say rich, I'm talking about financially rich. They had all the makings, everything was there, but they hadn't got their own millions yet. So mine is a little different than theirs, but I cherish mine more because I came from the hood and then moved out of the hood, came back to show my face as a star, like that type shit.
Okay. And you also mentioned you were a Marine.
Yes, there's a couple things I've accomplished now. I have a funeral home, Congo Funeral Home, number one in the state of Delaware. Also, I did the food and beverage thing. I right now have I'm in the middle of starting up a catering company here in Philly. I'm basing it out of North Philly. Um, I got all my paperwork and everything is lined up and ready to go. Now it's just figuring out how I want to do the marketing on it. I'm just learning that, and then I'm in.
Okay. So, at what age did you enter the Marine Corps?
I was 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
And how long did you serve?
I did like 8 years.
Okay. What was that like?
That changed me from an adult to a man.
Okay.
That's what that was. It's like if you're a man and designed for to be a fighter, and then being trained how to properly get punched in the face. Because I tell you what, nothing prepares you for that. It just happens. And I tell you what, if out of all the things that I did, that's one of the things that I'm most grateful of is the
That
Marine.
experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And okay, you being a Marine
Yes.
and you being in this situation now, is there any benefits to
Yes. Yes. In all honesty, it's this this problem that we have with homelessness is an ongoing, continual problem because of lack of knowledge and understanding. People who know what services and what things are available have no way to get that information to those who need it. And if that was the case, 90%, I can say without right off the top of the cup, 90% of this homelessness and things that we have would be dealt with. Because first, not only will people get the help that they need, but there are people that I've met that are service members that have no clue that they have certain things that are available to them, like housing. They tell you within 48 hours or less, you will be in an apartment if you're a military person and you don't even need an honorable discharge. So when I see these guys that they do it because they just don't know where to go, they don't know these places exist, and you see these companies getting all this money and 50 people on staff doing not a damn thing, making phone calls at the person. You can have the person there do that, and they would love to because that's what they want anyway. It's for their results. Jeez, it's just it's hurtful to watch.
Okay, so Will, how do you stay positive out here under these conditions?
Experience, experience, experience. I'm an older gentleman, even though I look young. I feel young.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 47. I'm
Okay,
almost 50
okay.
years old and got another 50 to do. Anyway, I stay positive because two major things. One, I know already that you can't appreciate the sunshine without the rain. And number two, if you have a valley, there's got to be a mountain moment.
So, do you have any mental health issues that you know of?
I was diagnosed what's called schizoaffective disorder.
Okay, and what is that?
Schizoaffective is a bipolar. It's a person that's mood swings, and on top of being bipolar, you can either hear voices, auditory things, or see things or stuff like that. I don't see things or anything, but I do hear stuff. Promise you, I'm not the only one that heard it, but I will take it as such because it does benefit, and they have medication and things that I'm supposed to do regularly, and I do what's necessary. I handle it the way I should.
So, what do you think is needed to change your situation?
Mine,
Yeah.
I think everything is in place and is there to change it. It's just, in all honesty, when I get tired and want to do something different, that's when mine is going to change because I will make sure that I have a mailing address at all times, or somewhere I can send my things, somewhere I can put stuff away, somewhere I can store my vehicles, somewhere I can do this, that, and the other. I'll make sure all my things are taken care of, but I just never been the type of person that can be held in one spot. Now, with that being said, the things that I'm dealing with, that I'm talking about, that I got to get in order, is dealing with mornings of my family members and people that meant a lot to me.
So, do you rather be out on the streets at this time?
For me and my makeup and the things that I have going on, in all honesty, the only reason why I have a place, and it's a beautiful place, the only reason why I have a place that I can say that I live in is because I've got so much going on trying to start a business in a state that I've never had a business before. Um, as far as the home training, as far as everything else, I know what to do, but I can't stay and I can't. I got so much going on that I don't know. I feel like it would be destructive to me to sit and live like the day to day, the normality of the comings and goings of regular people, so to speak. If I didn't have that motivation of I gotta keep it moving, I gotta keep something going, I gotta keep this going, or at the same time I gotta maintain all this, you know.
So
I
are
think
you
I would think about the deaths of my relatives and things, and I don't know. I've been kind of running from that. So
okay? Now you
what?
said you want to start a business,
Yes.
but how do you feel about working a job or no a regular job?
Okay. That's why I started the business because due to my own personal things, like I have certain issues with the 9 to 5 thing. Um, every job that I've had has been I work until the job is done. Not 9 to 5, not this to that. Not come on, we're gonna get this. We got a bigger project that we got to take care of. That's how it's always been for me. The and for me, I can't just. Well, I don't want to say I can't, but I choose not to just go to somewhere and start working just to get a paycheck because I know that I can do something that I enjoy doing and get more than just couple hours for the few hours that someone made me do something that I didn't really want to do. You know, that's just how I feel.
Got you.
Now, if I, now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm better than this or better than that, but I do say that now if I needed to, say my kids needed something, let me tell you what, as a culinary genius, I would still go. I go and work at McDonald's if I needed to make the you know what I mean when it's time to make donuts. I'm gonna get that done. But as far as anything else, that's just extra fun for me. Yeah, so
Okay. And what would you say, or what would you like to say to anybody that is watching or may see this?
I would say, damn damn a lie, fuck a lie, get at me when I exaggerate. In other words, I keep it so real. These were people that know me, that be around me, will tell you. Said, no, there's one thing about him, he's not gonna lie to you, he's gonna keep it straight. The reason why I say that is because above truth, we have put perspective. That's what has happened here in Philly. People are judging by a glimpse, and they've categorized, and they've judged people. And this city was based on a unity of a club that a lawyer and a janitor could sit on the same level, on the same playing field, and speak as men, and their opinions be equal. Something's wrong, something's changed. That's my.
Okay. And what do you think is the biggest misconception about the homeless?
Well, one, I would take the advice or what information that a homeless person gave me over some of these doctors. There are some extremely intelligent people that are out here that are just happen to just bump uglies with the globe, and the globe is winning right now. You know what I mean? And everybody, there ain't a person,
I agree with you,
there is
man.
not a person on this planet that has that has success anywhere in their life that doesn't also have failure. And if you cannot understand that people have to go through, as simple as this, just because you see me here doesn't mean that that's where I'm at.
I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
I've spoken to many people, and
Mm-hmm.
there are definitely some smart individuals out
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and I'm just happy to be able to learn some of the things that I learned from these people and from their experiences. So I definitely agree with you on that.
Yes, sir. I myself, I got a few lambskins. I got my Delaware State University. DSU, Hornet, uh, Pennsylvania Culinary Institute, the Cordon Bleu.
Been to the military.
Military, that within itself is above any any degree that a university of of anywhere in the world can give you.
And you also told me about a high-paying job you had at 15 years old.
Yes, I started the first job that I ever had was with MBNA America. I was making over 70 grand in high school.
Mm.
The average person wasn't seeing that income as a father and head of household.
So, what advice would you give to anybody out there so they won't have to end up in a situation like this?
Well, I tell you, now I'm gonna say this. Some people, if they had a situation like this in their life, would truly have an honest understanding, probably for the first time, of what success really is, what true compassion really is, what understanding, what dealing with uh, uh, their brother really is. And then you may have some that don't need to get their hand all the way on the fire to know that it's hot. You know what I mean? Yeah, and they can learn from that, learn from the experience, learn from the experiences that that others have had. But in order to do that, you have to hear the entire story. No, it's a whole nother thing from it's cold outside to where I'm asleep at outside. It's getting real, you know?
All right, Will, man. I thank you for your time. I
Thank
thank
you
you
for
for sharing
having me.
your story. I appreciate you, man. And do you have any way, if somebody wanted to donate or help you in any way, do you have any type of cash app, any type of payment system that can help you?
Oh, I do. I don't know it by heart.
Oh man,
I'm so sorry. I have to give you that. If I know if they send it to you.
for sure, man.
Yeah, I know that. Man, brother, you have been more than just someone I could pour out to and everything. You've been a brother to me,
Absolutely,
a
man.
real
You
part
know,
of Philly right
I'm
here.
gonna stay in touch, man, and
Yeah, most
I'm
definitely.
gonna continue to help you
Yeah,
and
I
continue
ain't
to
gonna let you
support
go
you.
away. I
All right, Will, man. Thanks, man.
appreciate you, man. For sure, for sure.
Homelessness has no face or no color, and you just never know how someone got into a situation or what they've been through. My mission is to change and impact as many lives as possible, so I will continue to give a voice to the voiceless. Thank you for your support. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time with another video.